These strawberry oat bars are so tasty. They're sweet, they're salty, they're crispy, but they're soft. And the best part is how easy they are to put together.
Let's spend time with Marco, but the food is the star, so it's probably worth sharing.
Hello, I'm Marco, and welcome to my home kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make these strawberry almond oat bars. This recipe is based on Karen DeMasco's back to school bars, but I've changed them to be for summer vacation using seasonal fruit. These are so good, you're gonna make them again and again. I can't be responsible for how many of them you eat in one sitting, only how many I've eaten in one sitting, and we're not gonna discuss that. In a medium bowl, you're going to add the flour, oats, almonds, white sugar, brown sugar, salts, and baking powder. Give this a stir to combine all the ingredients and make sure there's no clumps of salt or baking powder anywhere. Now add your vanilla to the melted butter. This is just gonna help it blend in better with all the ingredients. Give that a stir and pour the butter in. Stir everything together until it's just combined. And once most of the flour is mixed in, switch to your hands. You want to mix it until there's no more dry flour, and when you squeeze it, you get these nice clumps. Thing you want to do is preheat your oven to 350 Fahrenheit and line your baking pan with parchment paper. The easiest way to do that is to flip your pan upside down, grab a piece of parchment paper, fold it to the width of the bottom of the pan, and then it will be the perfect size to sit inside. These handles are going to be super important to be able to lift this out without breaking the cookie base later. If you skip this step, it's going to be a big mess and stick to the pan. Now you're going to take about 2/3 of this mixture, put it in the pan, and smush it down until it's a nice even layer. Now you want to place the strawberries cut side down in an even layer all across the baking pan. You can swap these out with any fruit that's in season. You can also use frozen fruit or jam like in the original recipe. Take the rest of the crumble mix and distribute it evenly across all of the strawberries. Then gently press the crumble mix down to give you a firm layer. And it's okay if some of the strawberries show through. They're gonna get like a nice roasted flavor, which is super delicious. This now goes into your preheated oven at 350 degrees for 45 to 50 minutes until the top is golden brown. The strawberries are a little bit roasted and you're seeing some bubbling strawberry juices along the edges. Once it comes out of the oven, it has to cool for at least 1 hour and ideally several hours. If you take it out of the pan too early, it's going to be soft, it's going to crumble, and you're going to be sad. And then you're gonna taste it and you're gonna regret everything and immediately make it again because it tastes so good. To get that nice crispy texture, you really need to let it cool. This one I made a bit earlier in the day, but it is still a little bit warm. So lift out by the parchment handles and transfer it to a cutting board. I like cutting this into a 3x3 grid, which gets you 9 squares. So how do they taste? They're just this beautiful cookie bar. You have a crispy, buttery base, a soft, jammy, roasted strawberry filling, a soft crumble on top. They're absolutely perfect. I could eat an entire tray of these, and you probably could too. You can keep these at room temperature for a couple of days in an airtight container. There's so much flexibility for what you can do here with this one base recipe. Where I live, good strawberries are only in season for a couple of weeks, so you can play with the filling all summer long. You can make these with cherries and chopped macadamia nuts, with raspberries and hazelnuts, peaches and pecans, use some cooked apples and walnuts, or blueberries, sunflower seeds, and some lemon zest. If you want to make these vegan, you can do a 1-to-1 swap of coconut oil to replace the butter. And if you want to make them gluten-free, you can replace the flour with a 50-50 mix of brown rice flour and potato starch. I love hearing how all of you are taking my recipes, changing them, and turning them into something new. So if you make this, if you try it with a new kind of fruit or not, I'd love to hear what you've done and what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
It's probably worth sharing.